Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here today from my phenomenal figures. I am literally recording this right now when I'm watching SmackDown. Watching SmackDown right now, and the show is just boring, man. The show is just repetitive. It's boring. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking we are 2 months into 2026 and this company has not got any better. 2025 was not a great year for WWE. It was quite repetitive, it was boring, and it was bad. Now, there was a few good things here and there, but overall, if I had to judge the full year out of 10, it'd be generous enough to get at least a 4 out of 10. That's how bad I think that 2025 was bad. Maybe like a 5. But it has not changed. It has not got better. WWE is still very boring and bland, and I'm just not into it right now. For whatever reason, WWE decided to go back to 3-hour SmackDowns, which I do not understand why you would bother even going back there when SmackDown should not be 3 hours. SmackDown is not a 3-hour show. With the amount of superstars on the show, with the talent, it doesn't need to be 3 hours, and it just can't be 3 hours because with even 2 hours of SmackDown, they can't even tell good storylines. Literally, all there has been on the show has been Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu promo, and the rest has been matches. Everything else has just been a match. Right now, Kit Wilson is entering. I do like Kit Wilson. I'm a huge fan of Kit. I think he's a great talent. I think he's funny. I think he deserves a push. But SmackDown so far has been very boring. It's just all matches, and I mean, we're building for the Chamber, which is great and all, but like, I'm gonna get into the Chamber in a little bit, but we are building for the Chamber, and it's all right. I guess we're just like having qualifying matches. Then we got to put up with the other stuff on the show. On Raw, we got the Vision, which I'm not that into. Braun Breaker is now injured as well, which makes them even worse because their leader, their main member, isn't even there. It's Theory, Logan, and Bronson, and they're just a weird trio with Paul Heyman. Theory's still a generic superstar who can't cook good promos. Logan Paul has got worse since he's joined the Vision, in my opinion. He used to be he used to have a lot more to him. He used to like cut a lot more promos, but this is like Bronson Reed's peak, right? He beat Roman Reigns. Who knows if he'll ever get anywhere else again. But when I watch WWE, it's like, what do I have to look forward to on these shows, right? I'll go over the things that I like on Raw. On SmackDown, there's a few things. On Raw right now, the only entertaining people that are actually telling good storylines is Roman Reigns when he's there. When he cut that promo with Punk a few weeks back, that was phenomenal. That was cinema. That was absolutely incredible. Great promo, top tier stuff. Because when Roman's there, he elevates he elevates everything, right? He elevates the storylines. Punk and Roman, they are the only two people really, probably right now on Raw, that I actually look forward to seeing, and that would be a reason why I would be watching the shows. And I also like Finn Balor. I like the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan, I think, hasn't been the greatest yet. All she does is scream into the mic. My point is that the superstars that I look forward to is literally Roman, who's barely ever there, and CM Punk and Finn Balor, because I like that storyline right now. I wouldn't mind if they add Finn Balor to the Punk and Roman feud, because then at least when Roman's not there, you can have Punk and you can have Balor having promos. Last year Mania build, I thought it was terrible. Hopefully we can get a better Mania build this year. On SmackDown, I like Trick Williams. I think he's very good for a newer guy. I think he's incredible on the mic. He has some good catchphrases. I think he's very entertaining. He has shined since he has been on the main roster. Absolute star. I like Drew. I like Jacob Fatu. I like Kit Wilson. Obafemi. I'm trying to think. The Wyatts, but the Wyatts never do anything that great. Their stories is always kind of slow and it's always kind of vignettes. I wish that they would cut promos in the ring. I like the Wyatts. I like the MFTs. But other than that, that is really it. Okay, let's go over the chamber. So Trick Williams will most likely qualify tonight on SmackDown. Haven't seen it yet because I'm literally not even. I'm behind on this show and I literally have it paused right now because Kit Wilson is entering. I'm so bored that I wanted to make a video. I haven't really made a video in a while, so I was just like, you know what? We'll just go on a rant because I want to go on a rant because this company isn't getting any better. But anyways, Trick will probably qualify. And then they may leave the mystery person because they have like the mystery crate. So I think that's going to be a mystery entry. Unfortunately, I don't think that Jacob Fatu is going to be in this match. I would have had Jacob and Cody be in the match because both of them are gunning for Drew's title right now. And it would have made a lot more sense for them to both be in it. And it would have made it a lot more interesting. Now that you only have Cody Rhodes in this match, and if Jacob doesn't enter the match, then it's very obvious that Cody Rhodes is winning this match. I will be doing my chamber predictions this Saturday, so I'll be predicting the show. But if I was to go over this match here, just a little talk about the chamber. LA Knight, I feel like he's kind of got bored at this point. I used to love LA Knight, used to be a big fan of him, but he's very stale right now because he's just feuding with the Vision, and he doesn't really have a lot to do. So I think that's kind of why he hasn't been the greatest lately. I'm still a huge LA Knight fan though. Then we got Javon Evans. I like Javon Evans. He's a cool, fresh new star. He's very entertaining to watch in the ring. I like his theme song. The only thing I don't really like about him is he's wearing a 6'7" shirt. Get rid of that. But other than that, really fun wrestler to watch in the ring. And I like him. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. And hopefully he can do some cool stuff in the chamber match. Orton is an absolute legend who has been disrespected time after time again. What is with the disrespect for Randy Orton? Bro, Triple H is like, oh, you know what? Randy Orton, right? He is tied with titles with Triple H. So He's just like, oh yeah, Randy, we're not gonna do anything with him. Oh yeah, just do this with him. Just fuck him in a feud with Aleister Black. Like, let's just talk about this, right? Last year he was in a feud with Kevin Owens. It was a good feud at WrestleMania, right? And what ended up happening is Kevin Owens got an injury and he had to go for neck surgery, and he never ended up having a match with Randy Orton. Or was it neck surgery or was it back surgery? Anyways, he went for surgery. He never got his match with Randy Orton. So they did a mystery opponent against Randy Orton, and it was Joe Hendry. And look, I have absolutely no what would I say? I have no problem with it being. I don't have any problem with Joe Hendry, but they could have gave him something better. I guess it was, or at least it was memorable and it was funny that it was Joe Hendry, but the match was like very short and it wasn't the greatest. So I guess it was what it was. It is what it is. You know, Joe Hendry. But this year, if they put him in a match with Aleister Black, what does that achieve? Let's just think about this for a minute, right? If Randy Orton wins, he gets to win over Aleister Black, which you could do any week on SmackDown. And then if Aleister Black wins, he gets a win on a Randy Orton that has not succeeded since he's came back in 2023. This is literally the worst version of Randy Orton I've ever seen since I've been watching. He was better with Matt Riddle. I loved him with I thought he was good in RK Bro. They either need to turn Randy Orton heel or put him in a tag team, but back to what Aleister achieves. He basically beat a Randy Orton that's not being booked good right now. And that's really about it. He gets a win on Randy Orton and he'll just go back to being a catering jobber. Let's look at people that have beat like legends, right? Austin Theory beat Cena, did nothing for the guy. Solo Sikoa beat John Cena, did absolutely nothing for Solo Sikoa. There's another few ones that I can name, but there's just a few for you. That's really all I got to say today. I just hope that the Mania, the road to WrestleMania, the rest of it from now till April will be good. I hope Mania delivers. Hopefully the match card is good. Look at Triple H. This fraud has to put himself on the goddamn cover. This is what I say to you, Triple H. Book an entertaining WrestleMania season. Because last year's sucked, and this year's is not looking any better. The only good thing about this year's was Punk and Roman's promo. If it wasn't for that, it would be absolutely dog shit. And that is the God honest truth. So H, do a better job. Book a better show. If H does not book a good road to WrestleMania, fire Triple H if he doesn't book a good Mania season. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Please let me know what you think of WWE right now in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts. This was just a rant. Please let me know. That's all I got to say. My Flop Figures out. Enjoy SmackDown.